Oh, I'm so nervous. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here, and I'm even more happy because I'm here with one of my best and dearest friends, EC.
What's poppin', y'all?
I know if you're from my TikTok family, you know how I said I wanted to do like girl chat videos, and I feel like who better to have a girl chat with than one of your best girlfriend?
Me, period.
You know what I mean? And she also has like a YouTube page, so I'm gonna link it below, and then you guys can go and support her and all of that fun stuff. We just filmed a video for her channel. Watch it.
Yeah.
You just gotta see what was going on.
It was a lot.
We tried our best. But because we've known each other for so long, I think it's been on like what? 7 years?
Yeah, it's been a very long time. Since high school.
It's been a minute, yeah, since high school. And we're both 24 and 25 now.
And we've graduated.
And we're like in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it. We're like, why not talk about friendships, the quality of friendships, what they mean, how to know, like the whole topic, the whole shit.
Everything.
About wine.
Yes.
I feel like any good girl chat, you need some wine. Cheers. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first question that I have for EC, and it's for you guys too, so comment what you think. Do you trust a girl who says that she only has guy friends? Like she doesn't get along with girls?
So I do trust a girl who only has guy friends. I feel like I would want to be her friend more because she only has guy friends. But
what? No.
Yeah. Wait,
no.
But listen. No. Wait. And what was the last part? You said something about, what was the last part? You said.
Well, I feel like the last part actually doesn't really make much sense. But I was like, can you trust a girl that only has guy friends because she says she doesn't get along with girls?
Okay, I don't like the whole she doesn't get along with girls. Like if she says that, I would be like, excuse me. It's kind of understandable because let me tell you my point of view.
Okay, go ahead.
You better sip that tea, girl. Sip that wine. Let me tell you my point of view. So I feel like if you have guy friends, it tells a lot about your character. It feels like you're not all about BS. Okay. You're just laid back. You like to like have fun. You like adventure. Like you're a chill girl.
But can't you have all those things without?
It just depends. I feel like girls bring in a lot of drama, a lot of gossip. They talk too much, and guys don't have time to talk a lot. So like, I feel like I have more male friends than girlfriends. Mm-hmm. But when I actually count it in real life, I have more girlfriends than male friends. But I would love to have more male friends than girlfriends. I feel like males are just like, they don't care. It's just like, oh, what you doing? What's up? Girls are like, which, and then girls, there's always some kind of like envy behind them. No matter what the friendship is, I feel like there's always some jealousy or whatever, and I just don't like that. So
that's not what I was expecting her to say.
Really?
Like I was not expecting you to give that answer.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I was expecting it to be like a complete 180. Yeah. I just didn't know that you would be so like
pro.
Yeah. Because I never really had an opinion on it, but I remember, I mean, I'm always on TikTok. But there was like a lot of conversations about how it's just kind of suspect when women are like, oh, I only have guy friends, because like, I mean, I love my guy friends. Like they're amazing. Like they're like my whole heart. But something about like you or like Mimi and Kiana, like my ride or dies, like that female friendship and relationship is so important. Yeah. And like y'all really hold it down through so much. Yeah. That I'm just like, why are there so few female friendships in your life? Like what? Like there has to be a deeper reason.
I feel I do feel like there has to be a deeper reason, but I feel like
I'm so good.
I just feel like I feel like they do have girlfriends. Like people be like, oh, I don't have girlfriends. No, they do have girlfriends. And I've always want like a Sex in the City. I want like my foreign girlfriends. I wanted a moment. We go to the same lunch place. Never had that because all of my friends are like from everywhere. Yeah. But I feel like having more male friends than females is just a better life balance. I think so. Just make sure your male friends just don't like you. Like,
God, that's a whole other video.
That's a whole video. We gotta talk about that later. That one is a topic right there. Pencil that one in, guys. Pencil it in.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I really wasn't expecting you to say that.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm very unexpected. Okay.
What do you think are the most important attributes in like a good friend? How do you identify someone as like a good friend?
Loyalty.
Heard.
I don't know. How do you explain somebody's, like, I want to say excitement, maybe joy, their like
maybe like their personality,
like joy,
who they are,
joy, their personality, and like just like their core values and how they carry themselves.
I like that, core values.
Yeah,
because like you can be different people, but like if your core values are the same, like that will carry you through like maybe different steps of life, different points of life that you go through together. So those core values are important.
Yeah. What about you?
I feel like, dang, I mean, that was, how do you type the answer? I mean, core values I think is important. I think loyalty is great.
Yeah.
I think someone that's like a great communicator, because when you're friends for so long, like, I mean, you obviously like hit bumps in the road, like that's normal, but to have a friend where you can be like, hey, like, this is how I'm feeling, or hey, XYZ happened and it didn't make me feel good. For you to like be able to address it and come out on the other end in a better place in your friendship is so positive. Because a lot of people can't do that.
I agree.
A lot of people can't do that.
I agree. I think communication is so strong.
It is.
You need that, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't like confrontation. So I love to say my communication is absolutely amazing, but at some points that I really should be addressing things, I sweep things under the rug, and I feel like I need to like
let them build up a little bit.
Yeah, and I need to start speaking up. I need to stop sweeping underneath the rug and like start speaking up.
And if you have those good relationships, I feel like you should be able to like present them and not feel the need to just like push it to the side.
But some people have really strong, like, do you have a friend in your life that has a very strong personality that you
Of course I do. What do you mean? What do you mean? Of course I do.
Like, I have friends in my life who have strong personalities, and it's so hard to just tell them how you're feeling, because they either counter everything, like have an excuse or have a reasoning for everything. Like, I try to have a conversation,
like they'll bite back.
Yeah.
Or I like bite back as like a phrase. I don't mean it that intensely. Yeah. But like they'll be like, well, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Like, I tried to have a conversation a couple of days ago, and it was a lot of bite backs. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like, I was like, okay, like, I'm not gonna get through to you. I mean, if nothing bad happened, but I was just trying to like.
The word is defensive. They're like on the
Thank
defense.
You. That's
as opposed to wanting to like listen and hear and talk things through.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't need defensive friends around here.
Yeah.
There's no room for growth when you're in that like mindset or like state of mind.
But when you have a defensive friend, it's just like, what do? You don't cut, like, it's like you don't cut them off, because like, I mean, do you cut them off or do you not cut them off? Like, what do you do? It's a tricky one, right?
It's a tricky question, because it's like, if you can't have a productive conversation that comes to some sort of like resolution, it's like, well, if this is how we handle arguments or disagreements, how are we going to deal with anything else in the future? Yeah. Not necessarily saying that it's a point in which you need to cut them off, but maybe like reevaluate how like that friendship. What kind of aspect they play in your life, what kind of part they play.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point, because I feel like now, like, if you have a defensive friend in your life, it's best to just know what kind of friend they are, and then put them in situations that will work. Like, put them in environments that work. Like, now I know moving forward for my situation, like, I can only bring my friend around these certain people, or I can only do certain things. Like, I'm limiting myself slightly away from this friend.
And that's funny, and that makes me think of, because I was having another conversation with another one of my friends, and we were talking about how, I think you actually told this to me.
What?
You were like, some friends are good for different seasons.
Oh,
of course.
Yes, I believe that. 100%.
And I never really understood that until I would say this past year. And EC was definitely because I went to her with a problem, and she was like, well, I think you need to reevaluate this friend's position in your life. Not necessarily that you need to get rid of them.
Restructure
the friendship, because I realized I couldn't rely on them in this way.
Yeah.
And I feel, wow. It's been a minute since that. Okay. Can we cheers to that? We can cheers to that.
Cheers to that, girlfriend.
Oh my god. They're friends for different reasons and different seasons. And I think the moment that you realize that, you'll feel so much lighter.
Yeah.
You'll feel so much lighter.
How I feel. I'm like,
what are your deal breakers for friendships? What's a no? What's a you gotta go?
I I would say like narcissistic, but I have a lot of, I would say a lot, but like.
When you say narcissistic friends,
yeah,
or narcissistic qualities for yourself.
Wait. What's a deal breaker for me? My friends, right? Like
yeah,
new friends in my life, right? Yeah, like I feel like if a friend was to come, like because I've been through a lot of bad friends, like, and when you lose friends, you're so hurtful.
It's that friendship heartbreak hits different.
It's different than a relationship, than a boyfriend.
Yeah,
no, it's like a piece of you was just
ripped out of your chest and thrown on the floor and like
crushed.
Yeah,
it's a different heartbreak. So I've been through a lot of different friendship heartbreaks, and now I'm very choosy and picky with who I bring to my circle. But I think for me, I'm just like, I think I'm all about like values. Like, what can you add into my life, and what can I bring into yours? Like, how to be excited while they watch.
Okay, I think we were talking about friendship heartbreaks.
Oh yes, girls. Let me tell you. Okay, so friendship heartbreaks, they hurt. Take out your heart, crush it, ouch.
It's a lot.
It really does.
It like hurts to think about the friends that I've lost in the process of like letting that piece of me go. Like if I can't.
Yeah,
I really can't.
So I think your question was, well, how do I vet out my friends, my new friends?
Yeah, like what do you not like? What's a friendship deal breaker?
Yeah, I think it would just be like, are they selfless? Like, they have to be selfless. Like, that's number one. That's why I said, like, not narcissistic, if that's the word. Like, because I don't want them to be, like, all about themselves or, like, all about, like, selfless and have a bigger picture of the world. Because I view things so differently. I feel like the world is my oyster, and I don't want to say people who are trapped, but I don't like trapped mindsets.
Closed-minded.
Yes.
I feel like closed-minded is
there we go. I don't like closed-minded. Yeah, I don't like that. So I think selflessness and being closed-minded are things that I look for, because I don't. I want you to be open-minded, and I want you to be selfless. Those are the only two things. That's it.
This quote that I remember. It's "You are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around the most." So I don't really have any like friendship deal breaker. I mean, there's tons of things but when I think about it in the grand scheme of things, I'm like, does this person inspire or motivate me to be a better person? Because your friends rub off on you. Yeah, like you rub off on me. Yeah. Like all of my other friends rub off on me. And if they aren't exuding positive traits or attributes, that over time is going to affect you. Yeah. And I remember having this conversation with one of my friends, and I was like, hey, like, it's so easy to bring it up when you don't like someone's friends, and you're like, hey, like, you know, your friends and their negative traits and their attributes and their feelings and how they respond to things is rubbing off on you, and it's not a good look. You need to reevaluate those things because it's not positive and it's not beneficial for you at all. So that's kind of how I like to weed out who I think is like a positive friend and who it's not.
You see, I've never not liked my friend's friend. I mean, I have one friend who have not liked her friend, but I didn't like them because they were just annoying and they would come everywhere. And I'm like, oh, this girl, but she's like so quiet, no offense. But like this girl would pop up. I'm like, why are you popping up everywhere, girl? You're not invited. But that was the only time I never liked my friend.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I just want to add one more thing before we change the subject. But I feel like each person in your circle should be different from you in the sense that like you need to learn from each person. So like all of my friends I've learned something from, because I don't know if you ever heard this, but you cannot be in a room where everyone is alike. Like you literally cannot, because
I like that.
How are you growing? How are you learning? What are you taking from? That means you're not taking anything. That means all of you got the same ideas. Nobody brings anything to the table. All the same ideas are looking like all pink when one needs to look red, blue, orange, whatever. Yeah. So that's one thing I do want to add.
Okay. How do you deal with friendship heartbreak when it has happened to you? How has it been, or like how do you process or get through it? Because I know for me it takes a really long time. Like there was this girl that I met in college, like freshman year. She was like my best friend, and still to this day I consider her one of my best friends, even though we have no contact with one another, because she was that big of an impact on my life. Of course. And it still haunts me to this day. Really? Yeah. Well, I think Tyler. Well, I mean, okay. That was dramatic. I love a dramatic saying. Okay, haunt me is I'm a dramatic human being. It's It's really just when I'm on my period and memories pop up on like my Instagram archive. Back when I had Snapchat, things would pop up.
And you still like get sad and stuff.
I wouldn't necessarily say sad, but I would just like be reminiscent on like that relationship because we did so like your friends are involved,
of course,
so heavily in your life.
In your life, like, they know everything.
Yeah.
Wait, so but do you feel like when you go through friendship heartbreaks, it's a little bit harder for you because you might have difficulty?
I have problems letting go. I have problems letting go.
I think
so. I'm not surprised why I still feel, but and that's a whole nother video.
Yeah, that's a whole nother segment. Y'all gotta keep watching. Y'all gotta stay tuned.
How to let go.
How to let go. Honestly, I think for me, I mean, when I first got through, okay, so I've had like stages of like losing friends.
Oh gosh.
In different times. Like when I moved from LA to Maryland, I lost one of my best friends. When I moved from Maryland to New York, I lost another friend. When I got from New York, when I started college, I lost a friend. When I left college, I lost a friend.
What is she doing?
Right. It's like, what am I doing? But I feel like you said, like I told you before, you have friends for each reason in your life to help you. But I could say that my last friendship that you know of, that I lost, that one really hurt me because we were yin and yang. Like that was my sister. Half. Yeah, it was like you and Mira. Like that was like my soulmate. It's like I taught her everything. Like I taught her fashion. It's like that was my girl. But when we lost each other, it was kind of like like that was the feeling. Like okay.
That feeling sounds like I'm getting come to peace vibes with it.
Yeah, I was very at peace. Like I wasn't bitter. Like it's like I wish you well. I want nothing for the best for you. Like if somebody ever brought up her name, I was like, I want nothing for the best for her. Like I never said anything bad on her name. But that friendship was so important to me. Like, and it was like when I look back, God put her in my life for the best times. Like when I needed her the most. Like during like my college years, my college bestie. Like that was like my soul sister, my rider. And when I lost her, it did hurt because it's like there was moments I wanted to like call her like
and be like, hey girl, like this, that, and the third. Like sometimes you just want to pick up the phone and just like vent or talk or just like.
And she was the only one who knew certain things because like we went through things with each other and only like together. My outside friends did not know because we lived together, so it was only her that I knew. So I wanted to call her like, oh, what should I do? Or girl, let me tell you what happened, but I couldn't. And it kind of forced me to handle feelings and situations by myself because I feel like we always run to other people instead of sitting with our thoughts. Like I'm very fast to like ask somebody else for opinion or their advice, and it forced me during that time to sit with my own and say, okay, what should I do? Let me pray about it. Let me sit with my thoughts and figure out the best solution or the best way out of it. So I felt like it taught me to get closer within myself, like trust
to rely on yourself to process and handle things.
I'm still a work in progress.
I feel similar feelings to that too, because like when you don't have, I mean, I have tons of people that I could like rely or vent or talk to about, but like when I didn't have that for a period of time and I had to sit with myself with how I felt or like what I was going through, I was like, wow, like this is a lot. This is something that I really haven't experienced because of that relationship.
Yeah, and then they teach you that in therapy too. Like our therapist, we have to
talk about therapy too.
Our therapist once said that a lot, and I shared this all the time. I also wanted to like email her the other day and tell her.
I have therapy on Thursday.
Really?
Therapy on Thursday.
With her?
Yes.
Can you tell her I said hi?
She said hi. This is I'm paying for this session.
She told me.
Oh my god.
She said that. I share this knowledge everywhere. A lot of people know how to be by themselves, but don't know how to be with themselves.
Dang. You never said that to me before.
Really? I share it all the time.
Let's say it again.
A lot of people know how to be by themselves, but don't know how to be with themselves.
I'm people.
So that's a little gem for you guys to take home with you. But yeah, she told me that, and I share that all the time. I literally like blogged about it. I YouTubed about it. I literally share it all the time.
That's really good.
Yeah. So I feel like with my friendship, sorry to cut you off, with my friendship, I was learning how to be with myself. I'm still a work in progress, but I was learning how to be after losing that friend.
Really deep quote. that was a great way to end that. That was a really lovely conversation. And I knew I wanted to have this conversation with Isi because not only have we been friends for so long, but she just has like a great point of view and like wonderful thoughts. So I thought that that was just like super positive and so productive. But we have to do more segments with more of my friends. Having her here was lovely. I have so many amazing friends that I would love to chat with and talk about different topics with. So this is the segment, like the first segment I want to say of like many. So you have to subscribe, click like, stay a part of the conversation, chat with me in the comments because I like the idea of having like open and fun conversation with each other because we can learn so much from one another like we obviously did today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to link Isi's channel down below. Again, thank you so much for doing this with me. And I'll see you guys in my next video.